If you've dedicated 20 years of your life to something, it would undoubtedly be disheartening to feel overshadowed by a younger individual in less than a year. This is precisely the situation unfolding in the WNBA, where two exceptionally talented young women are leaving a lasting impression. Angel Reese, representing the Chicago Sky, and Clark, playing for the Indiana Fever, have continued to capture the entire league's attention, especially as the WNBA playoffs approach. Their exceptional performances have ignited a mix of admiration and criticism from fans, notably from veteran players. The burning question is, can Reese or Clark lead their teams to a deep playoff run, or perhaps even clinch a championship in their rookie seasons? I, for one, wouldn't bet against them, but I hope it happens. The entire WNBA would benefit from this more than they would ever like to admit.
The hesitation to take the lead. Reese the lane.
Clark to Angel Reese.
How did we get here? Ever since these two remarkable figures embarked on their WNBA journey, they have consistently showcased exceptional abilities and expertise on the court. As a result, their respective teams have positioned themselves on the brink of playoff qualification, placing them in a formidable position to compete for a highly sought-after spot in the postseason tournament. Reese and Clark made a grand entrance into the WNBA surrounded by hype and high expectations due to their remarkable success in college basketball. Both players wasted no time in establishing themselves as influential leaders for their teams, quickly becoming integral to their team's success. Throughout the recent period, Reese has proven to be a standout player for the Chicago Sky, significantly influencing the team's performance. Meanwhile, Clark's outstanding shooting ability and knack for creating scoring opportunities have propelled the Indiana Fever team to new heights.
On Reese, Clark gets freed up from up top.
This rapid ascent to stardom has not been without its share of challenges, as their success has stirred up controversy and sparked debate within the league. During the 2024 season, both fellow players and sports commentators have engaged in discussions regarding the amount of media attention these young talents have garnered. Some argue that it belittles the accomplishments of the seasoned players, but the undeniable impact that Reese and Clark have had on the court has quelled many of their critics. When it comes to Reese, her size, athleticism, and basketball IQ have made her a formidable opponent for any team in the WNBA. If you've seen her on the court, you've witnessed her dominance on the boards, her ability to defend the basket, and her scoring prowess, which have solidified her position as the core of the Chicago Sky's offense and defensive strategies.
Now Marina Mabry, the touchdown pass to Reese with the layup.
In the recent match against the Phoenix Mercury on Thursday, August 15, 2024, Reese delivered another strong performance, putting up an 11-point, 15-rebound double-double. This marked the Chicago Sky rookie's 18th double-double of the season, the second most by a first-year player in the history of the WNBA. Despite the Sky's ups and downs, Reese's performance has been a beacon of hope. Additionally, Reese does not shy away from pointing out anything her team does that costs them victory. When it comes to Reese, her size, athleticism, and basketball IQ have made her a good opponent for any team in the WNBA. However, Reese's journey hasn't been without controversy. As a rookie drawing all that attention, she has faced criticism from some veterans who feel overshadowed, as well as racist commentators and haters. During the 2023 NCAA championship in the second half of the final game, Reese, who helped lead her team to victory, gave that John Cena hand wave in front of her face and pointed to her ring finger, implying that her team would win the game and the NCAA women's basketball title. After making this gesture, onlookers were quick to criticize her behavior as classless. Politics and sports commentator Keith Olbermann tweeted that Reese was being an idiot. Others tweeted that Reese's move was classless. Olbermann then followed up with a tweet saying, "What a fucking idiot. Doesn't matter the gender, the sport, the background, you're seconds away from a championship and you do something like this and overshadow all the good? Mindless, classless, and what kind of a coach does this team have?" In fact, the word classless began trending on Twitter the following Sunday after Reese made the gesture. On social media, many asked those criticizing Reese if they had done the same with Clark, who made the same gesture during the Elite Eight matchup against Louisville. Former NFL quarterback Robert Griffin III tweeted, "If you didn't say it was classless when Clark did it to her opponents, then don't say it about Angel Reese either. You had no problem with any of that. When you celebrate, your opponent will come back and steal your celebration and make sure you see it. If you dish it out, you gotta be able to take it." In an attempt to defend herself from the haters, the tough Reese said in a post-game conference,
"I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood. I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this was for the girls that look like me, that's going to speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you."
Following the media backlash at Reese, Clark, for her part, had nothing but praise for her opponents following the game. Clark said,
"All you can do is, hold your head high, be proud of what you did, and, all the credit in the world to LSU. They were tremendous."
Additionally, Clark has been sensational in the eyes of the Indiana Fever. To show this, the Fever recently posted a graphic on social media with a confident message that was directed at Clark. They showed a few of Clark's achievements throughout her rookie season while sharing a caption that said, "A record hates to see our Rookie of the Year coming." Clark is currently averaging 17.8 points and 8.3 assists per game. But aside from her daily stats, the rookie's already cemented her name in a couple of WNBA records. Clark is the only rookie in WNBA history to notch a triple-double, achieving the feat against the New York Liberty on July 6th. She posted 19 points, 13 assists, and 12 rebounds in the matchup. She also has the most double-doubles by a rookie guard in league history, recording 9 double-doubles so far on the season. As if that is not already impressive, Clark holds the WNBA record for the most three-pointers made by a rookie in league history, knocking down 7 shots from behind the arc on June 7th against the Washington Mystics. Along with her scoring, she holds the WNBA record for the most assists in a single game in the history of the league, having 19 assists against the Dallas Wings on July 17th. Similar to Angel Reese, Clark's rookie season has also had a fair amount of controversy. As a highly publicized player, she has been subjected to intense scrutiny and immense expectations. During a recent episode of her Queens of the Court podcast, Sheryl Swoopes, a former WNBA MVP and member of the Basketball Hall of Fame, sparked discussion with her comments about a player named Clark. Swoopes expressed her opinion that Clark has a more talented and supportive team around her while playing for the Fever, in contrast to Reese, who she feels has less support while playing for the Chicago Sky. Swoopes pointed out that Indiana was on the brink of making the playoffs the last season before adding Clark to their roster, and believes that the Fever has significantly better supporting pieces around Clark compared to the Chicago Sky's support for Reese. Following Swoopes' post and podcast, during a segment of her Elle Duncan show, the ESPN analyst called out Swoopes for her Clark comments, saying,
"This just doesn't feel right at all." And it is starting to feel a little bit like hate from Sheryl.
Sure.
If the Fever, who won a handful of games last year, are in the playoffs this year, then you have to understand that a large part of that is Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. Either one of them. I would have accepted either one of those.
Many believe that the criticism directed at Clark come from comparisons to Reese's achievements. Some argue that Clark benefits from playing on a stronger team and in a more favorable environment, which has also contributed to her success, and not that she is that talented. Despite the challenges, both Clark and Reese have demonstrated remarkable resilience, consistently delivering outstanding performances on the court while also sharing a common enemy, their fellow veterans. WNBA fans are convinced that veterans are hating on Reese, Clark, and the rest of the 2024 draft class. This accusation comes after Reese was chokeslammed by Connecticut Sun forward Alyssa Thomas during their recent game. Thomas grabbed her by the neck and yanked her to the floor back first, with Reese's head also seemingly hitting the ground. Many others, however, couldn't help but point out how WNBA vets are being rough on the current WNBA rookies and seemingly targeting them because they are jealous of the attention these rookies are getting.
Well, you see Angel Reese trying to come in. Oh my goodness. She had her hand around Angel Reese's neck.
After the chokeslam incident, one commentator wrote on X, "The way the vets been hating on this class is crazy. We get it. It's an introduction to the W, but let's not forget this class has brought more money, viewership, and talent to the W this year. We ain't saying don't compete, vets, but there's an obvious jealousy going on." Another critic warned, "Keep trying to hurt your new young stars like Angel Reese or CC, and you guys will be back on Bus or Spirit Airlines." Another supporter chimed in, "Nobody is getting fouled harder in the WNBA than Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, LOL." With all this pressure and attention they are getting as the playoffs approach, the question on everyone's mind is whether Reese and Clark can lead their teams to a championship. Both the Sky and the Fever have shown flashes of brilliance this season, but they will need to be at their best if they hope to make a deep playoff run. The outcome of the playoffs for the Chicago Sky greatly hinges on Reese's performance. She excels at securing the ball and thwarting opponents from doing the same. The abilities are undeniably crucial in determining success during the playoffs. Adding to that, the Indiana Fever heavily relies on Clark to not only score a significant number of points, but also to facilitate her teammates' scoring opportunities. As the intensity of the playoffs increases, it becomes more challenging to score points, making it crucial to have a versatile player like Clark, who can create her own shots and effectively distribute the ball. If Clark can maintain her scoring prowess and continue to be a strong contributor to her team, the Fever has the potential to become a formidable force in the playoffs. Considering these factors, it becomes evident that if either the Sky or the Fever were to embark on a successful playoff run, it would mark a historic accomplishment. It would not only serve as a testament to the influence of Reese and Clark, but also validate the WNBA's deliberate focus on promoting its emerging stars and directing attention towards them. Furthermore, winning a championship would be the ultimate way for Reese and Clark to surpass their rookie seasons and silence any remaining doubters. It would also pave the way for what could be a long and successful career for both players, as they continue to develop and emerge as key figures in the league. While debates about whether Reese and Clark's success is due to their teams or their talent are likely to continue, it's undeniable that they have made a significant impact on the WNBA this year. What do you think the future holds for these two? Share your thoughts below and remember to subscribe for more updates. See you in the next one.